In a town where women are forbidden to dream beyond the walls of their homes, one young woman dares to break the rules. Anna, with a passion for machines and engineering, defies tradition and secretly learns in the shadows. But when a broken water pump tests the town's limits, Anna's courage sparks a revolution. Will she change everything, or will society crush her dreams? Anna was a young woman living in a small, traditional town. In her society, women were not allowed to study or work. They were expected to stay at home, take care of the house, and raise children. But Anna was different. She had a big dream. She wanted to learn about machines and become an engineer. From a young age, Anna was fascinated by how things worked. She would watch her father fix broken tools, and she wanted to help. But every time she asked, her parents told her, "This is not for girls." One day, Anna heard about secret classes held by an old teacher, Mr. Elias. He used to be an engineer, but he lost his job when the rules in the town became stricter. He wanted to teach young people, but only boys were allowed to attend school, so he decided to teach in secret. Anna was afraid, but she was also excited. She dressed like a boy and sneaked into the small classroom. At first, she was scared that someone would recognize her. But as soon as the lesson started, her fear disappeared. She loved learning about machines, gears, and engines. She took notes, asked questions, and practiced every night when everyone in her house was asleep. Anna continued her secret lessons for months, but one evening, her younger brother saw her reading a book about engineering. He was curious and asked, "Why are you reading this? This is not for girls." Anna tried to hide the book, but it was too late. Her brother told their parents. Her father was angry. "This is not our way," he said. "You must stop this nonsense at once." Her mother was worried. "What if someone finds out?" she asked. "They will punish you. Please, Anna, forget this dream." Anna felt heartbroken. She loved her family, but she couldn't give up. She promised them she would stop, but in her heart, she knew she would continue. A few days later, Anna visited Mr. Elias again. She told him about her family's reaction. He looked at her with kind eyes and said, "True change is never easy. You have talent, Anna. If you are ready to fight for your dream, I will help you." Anna made a decision. She would not give up. She found a way to continue learning. She woke up before sunrise to study, and at night, when everyone was asleep, she built small machines using old parts she found in her father's workshop. One day, the town's water pump broke. People were worried because they needed clean water. The men tried to fix it, but they couldn't. Anna had an idea, but she knew they wouldn't listen to her. So she disguised herself as a young man and went to help. She carefully looked at the machine and found the problem. With confidence, she said, "I can fix this." The men were surprised, but they let her try. Within an hour, the pump was working again. Everyone cheered. But then one of the men looked closely at her and gasped, "Wait! You're not a boy! You're Anna!" People were shocked. A woman fixing a machine? It was unheard of. Some were angry, saying she had broken the rules. Others were amazed by her skills. The town's leader, an old man named Mr. Demetrius, stepped forward. He had seen everything. "This young woman has done what none of us could," he said. "Should we punish her, or should we learn from her?" There was silence. Then a woman in the crowd spoke. "I want my daughter to learn too." Another woman agreed. "Me too. Why should our daughters be denied education?" That night, Anna's name was on everyone's lips. Some were still against her, but many had begun to question the old ways. Despite the challenges, Anna did not stop. She started teaching other girls in secret, just like Mr. Elias had taught her. More and more women joined her, and soon they were building and fixing things all over town. The resistance was strong, but the change had begun. Women started demanding education, and some men began to support them. The town was no longer the same. Anna's journey was not over, but she had taken the first step. She had proved that a woman could learn, work, and inspire others. After fixing the water pump, Anna became a symbol of hope and change. Some people admired her courage, but others saw her as a threat to tradition. Her father was still angry. "You have brought shame to our family," he told her. "No man will want to marry you now." Anna felt hurt, but she also felt strong. "I don't want to marry someone who only values me if I stay silent," she replied. "I want to build a future where women have choices." Her words shocked him. He did not respond, but she saw something in his eyes, doubt. Maybe, deep inside, he was beginning to question the rules too. News spread quickly. Women from nearby villages started coming to Anna, asking her to teach them. They wanted to learn, to work, and to be independent. Some men supported them, but others were furious. One night, a group of angry townspeople gathered outside Anna's small workshop. "Stop this nonsense," one of them shouted. "Women should stay in their place." Anna stood in front of them, her heart pounding. "Why are you afraid?" she asked. "Afraid that women will be as strong as men? Afraid that we will learn, work, and succeed?" A few men hesitated. One of them, an older mechanic, sighed. "She fixed the water pump when none of us could. Maybe she deserves a chance." Slowly, minds were beginning to change. One day, the mayor called for a meeting. The town was divided. Some wanted to support Anna's work, while others wanted to ban it completely. Anna stood before the crowd and took a deep breath. "I never wanted to break the rules," she said. "I only wanted to follow my dreams. But now I see that my dream is not just mine. It is for all of us. Our town can be stronger if both men and women work together." The room was silent. Then an elderly woman stood up. "She is right," she said. "My mother was smart, but she never had a chance to learn. My daughter should have that chance." More women spoke up. Even some men nodded. The mayor looked around and finally said, "Change does not come easily, but perhaps it is time." It was not a complete victory, but it was a start. Anna opened a small workshop where women could learn mechanics. At first, only a few came, but soon more joined. Some men even brought their daughters, realizing that education could help the whole town. Years later, Anna's town was no longer the same. Women worked alongside men, businesses grew, and young girls dreamed of more than just marriage. Anna's journey had been difficult, but she had changed the world around her. She had proved that courage and knowledge could break even the strongest chains. And she knew this was only the beginning.